So, hello. I think I'm live. Not sure if I made this public, I forget. But this is NapahShadah. I haven't been on my channel for a moment. I just wanted to jump on and talk about matrimony. Looking at my hair, always looking at my hair. We have this thing about our hair as Black women. Yes, I'm Black. Anyway, let's see. I wanted to talk about marriage, matrimony, and things that pertain to matrimony, the ups and the downs. But I was just going to do something on matrimony. And then I saw something that occurred recently. It was a story about a man who was run over and killed by his wife of 18 years. Peace Yahu Yisrael and Atun Amun and DJ Moss. I wasn't sure if I was live, if I was public or private, brothers. So I'm glad that I pushed public. Sometimes I do like a private video. I'll push private. And so yeah, I'm glad to see you in here. Um, like I said, the title says the matters of matrimony. And really, I was gonna just do something on marriage and matrimony. Peace, Darren Marion. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you're a new sub. Welcome to my family. I just want to say everyone over here is so respectful, and I love that. Of course, it's my channel, so I can control it. But hello, Tehran Herring and Brother Jerry X. Very good. Thank you, brother. But I just want to say thank you for being respectful. So back to what I was saying. Um, I had set the stream up a while ago, and I was going to speak on the matters of matrimony and really focus on polygyny, because even in marriages where people say that they're monogamous, there is always going to be, if not the act committed of extramarital relationships, there's always going to be a temptation. And so this really, when I say the matters of matrimony, I'm talking about the core of who's involved in the marriage, NapahShadah. Some people are like, why do you always talk about poly? Well, why is everybody always talking about the Bible? Wouldn't it be more logical to speak about actual real relationships? Not that having a relationship with the Most High is not real, but I'm talking about how we treat each other and what we do in our relationships to keep us as a people going is a pretty heavy topic. So, I like to speak about poly, but actually, I like to speak about marriage in general. Peace, Black Tea, Shalom, and Peru Productions. Thank you. I love the love, and the love goes right back to you. Thank you for saying I'm a great mind. And I'd like to think everyone in here is a great mind, because we're, even though you're not on the panel speaking, we're all vibing. So let's just jump right into the murder part. Peace, Callie Dreaming. I want to talk about this situation. If any of you have heard about it, I don't know if this is an old video, but it was very disconcerting, disturbing. But for me, I wasn't shocked to see this woman who had been married to this man for 18 years run him over like a dog in the street in cold blood. She wouldn't even do an animal like that. We swerve typically when we see an animal in the road. Ran him over twice, rolled back over him because he had another woman. Now, he's Greg Bennett. Thank you. Now, in the title of the videos, if any of you brothers or sisters out there have seen it, it says, "Woman runs husband over for cheating." So basically, he wanted to be with another woman, and she didn't want him to be, because she wanted all the control, and she murdered him. Not only did she murder him, run him over. She spat on him and cursed him out while he was lying there dying, blood pouring out of his head, lying in the middle of the parking lot, everyone taking video of it, and no one went to check the brother's pulse. 2 women came out of the nail salon and covered him up with a sheet. They never checked his pulse. They never took a towel or that sheet they brought out to try to put pressure on the wound that was pouring blood. No, peace, true justice. They just left him lying there to die, to bleed to death, and covered him up with a sheet because somebody said children are around. So they went to cover him up. This is the state of our people. Yes, by the way, they were Black people. This is the state of our people, that our men can be run down like dogs just because he formed another relationship besides the one relationship with the monster, obviously, that he was with. This is what Black men are seen as. I mean, we talk about George Floyd and how could that white man put his knee on his neck. A Black woman ran this brother over. Not just any Black woman, his wife of 18 years, almost 2 decades. Peace, Hannibal. Thank you. His wife, a woman he's supposed to trust. He obviously lives with her. She cooks his food. He trusts her. And listen, brothers, better be careful out there. Peace Camp Powhatan and Judah Lee J. She was probably guilty of the same thing. It's best to be open and honest. Well, brother, he in my eyes, he wasn't guilty. She was the oppressive force that he obviously stayed with her. But as I said, men are naturally polygynous. They're naturally polygynists. I-S-T with plural S. And any woman saying, not my man, well, okay, sis. And any brother saying, I'm not really like that. Okay, brother, whatever you say. See, that's the brother who ended up getting killed. The brother who was probably saying, oh, no, I'm just a one-woman man. If he would have been stern and said, look, and I'm not shaming a dead man. May he rest in power, and may he, be renewed in his spirit, in the spirit realm. Peace, Barn Dog, and get your hand out my pocket. There's my brother, and Yashar Israel. Peace. So, have any of you brothers seen the video? Because right now I can't screen share. You know, Napah, she cannot. I don't like talking about myself in the third person because it's kind of like, I find people be weird to do that, but I'm saying y'all know me. I'm struggling with the whole tech part, but I think I can pull it up and let you hear it. Maybe here it is. It's when I just put woman runs right at the top, says over boyfriend with car. That was her husband, by the way. 18 years. Come on. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I wish I could screen share it because you guys, this woman, she picked up the bumper and smashed it down on him while he was dying. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes, we are. It's just very hard to take the spell of European culture up. You know what? There you go. Oh, good. Okay, I shared that. Right. So let's see if I can pull this up here and you can hear it. I want you to hear what she's saying. Can you hear it? Put a 1. She's saying, I'm sick of you. Oh, you guys, I wish I could screen share it. Damn. How can I do this? I never screen shared on my phone before. Let me see if it's an option. Nope. Alrighty then. Well, you can put it in. Go look it up and you'll see it. I want you can hear her saying, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. Sounding like some beast. Like, I hate that. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brothers, for putting the one in the chat. So she's screaming. She's sick of him while he's bleeding out of his head. Really, to me, she's just acting. She's acting. Because by the time she kills him, by the time she already killed him, she knows like she did the wrong thing. And instead of like going, oh my God, I killed you. Oh, solving the race problem. You need a wrench. I gotta see. I see you over there on the enemy's channel talking about I'm pretending. Solving the race problem. You know I love you, Abdul, but you're my brother. I'll hook you up with a wrench once I see what happens with you. You gotta be neutral. You gotta stay neutral, brother. So, but peace to you. I'm glad you're here. I'm just playing with you. You know that. CeeLo's peace. Yeah, true justice. You know, love can be dangerous, but love shouldn't be dangerous ever if it has no communication. Yeah, but let's not just. You're talking about normal people, brother. Yeah, solve it. I'll get you a race. I'll get you a wrench, but I can't do it right now on my phone. And I'm gonna get a lot of people wrenches out there, like Barn Dog, CeeLo's, True Justice. My brother, get your hand out my pocket. Who else? California Dreaming. I'll just give everybody a wrench, knowing me. Everybody will have wrenches. So let me get back to the sad story of this woman murdering her husband. Let me see if you guys can hear. Just try to hear her. If you could just see it, I wish you could. I kind of want to turn my. Let me try to turn my camera. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can do something. I'm gonna see if you guys can see this. I'm so like not knowing how to do this. Okay. Let me see if you can see it. Let me see. I'm gonna see something. Can you see it? No, huh? You can see my light and my. That's not working. Okay, that did not work. It didn't work. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys just hear it. Damn. You need explore the. Oh, my chair just went down. Okay, listen, guys. She said, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. I hope you dead. Did you hear that? Let me go back. Oh, blood is pouring out of his head and you ran over him twice. You don't have to hope too much, okay? And then she goes and spits on him. So let me play it some more. Damn, I wish you guys could see this. Oh my God. Okay, I'm smiling, but it's not funny. But she is just looking like a whole beast, walking over his body, stepping over this man's dying body, saying, you're effing selfish every day of your life. And then she slaps her hands like this. Who's looked at the video? Anybody? Hey, Joseph Johnson. Peace, brother. Peace, Imani Abdullah. Who has seen the video? Nobody? Wow. Let me see here. Anyway, sounds like your ex-wife. Wow, she ran him over, CeeLo's. Anyway, so let's hear the rest. She's like, she spits on him. This shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. She's picking up the bumper and she slams it down on his body. And then she says, F him. Did you guys hear that? Well, anyway, so she spits on him. You saw it, brother? Okay, well, really, the point that I'm making is these women, a lot of women, if you look at the titles, somebody said because he left rice in the fridge. No, it was because he was cheating. Why did this say rice? He left rice in the fridge. No. Anyway, so I want to move on from her to another one. It's this other video I see. Obviously, one of our sisters again, a black woman. Now, white women do kill their husbands too. Don't get it twisted, but we're talking about our people right now. Wisconsin woman almost blows herself up, setting cheating ex-boyfriend's SUV on fire. Okay, what's with the cheating? See, let me tell you, when they put that in the title, what they do is try to release these monsters, these murderers from culpability. And it's not fair because, oh, the link, right. Let me see if I can get the link for you. It's not fair because I'm going to put the, you guys, I'm like really handicapped over here. Like, why am I having, I'm not doing StreamYard on my phone anymore. I'm doing it on the laptop next time because I want to put a comment. This is a new phone too. I want to put a comment. I want to put the link in there, but I can't. Peace, Black Tea. Who came in since I've been on here? Just a minute, Silos. Terrence Miller. I know he died. Pastor Lee. Treasy Preasy. What's up, brother? Oh, or sister. I don't know. Treasy Preasy. It could be any way, but whoever you are, much love. I cannot. Listen, Silos, I don't know how to do this. So I don't know about you guys, I'm going to end this stream and go do it on my laptop. Oh, wait, never mind. I can do it. Hold on, y'all. I found out how to do it. Hold on. Why can't I do it? There we go. Share. Link sharing. This isn't working. Okay, well, anyway. So, yeah, it was. Let me see what you guys are saying. What part of Atlanta are you in? I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in Atlanta. But I want to visit Atlanta. Let's see, post a comment. It's not working. Okay. I want to visit Atlanta though. Let me try one more time, okay? Guys, I'm starting. You know I'm sweating because I can't do this, and I'm like, oh. You guys can still see me though, right? Congratulations, you said, Judah Lee. What are you saying congratulations for? I put the link out there, you guys. Yeah, I don't know why I figured you was from there. I don't know either, brother. I don't know. So I can see my YouTube. Can you hear my YouTube? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Now where were we? Okay, back to talking about the very serious, and may he rest in power and peace. Hey NK, I know you guys. I wasn't going live for a while, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm a girl. Hey, okay, sis. Where are you at? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? I think somebody's in here. Invite again. Oh, here's Mr. X. Wait, what did I just do? Oops. Add to stream. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Is anybody there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Peace, shalom. How are you? If you want to weigh in on what we're talking about, brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been great seeing you. I ain't seen you in a while. Did an excellent job at NapahShadah Studios.
Right.
Before I start, I do want to say
It's
you
a
are the
little
balance.
crazy. It gets a little crazy over there. It's different over here. I feel more, like zen, more peaceful. But I love Sonetter's House of Consciousness, and much power and peace to the king, of course. But yeah, here I am. I need to do more over here. So what do you think about this man getting killed by his wife of 18 years?
It's incredibly phenomenal to see that level of rage from our people. We have to put things in its proper context, as I always talk about, and deal with the surrounding issues that led her to being who she was. She was that before the 18 years of marriage. It
Right.
uh it increased during that time was trials and tribulations of being a black man and a black woman in America. We like to put it in this just one case in this bubble of saying, well, he cheated and this is why she ran him over with a car and then hit him after he was dead. No, my dear, that's probably that was years of probably sexual molestation, beatings from home, being treated horribly by men of her own like in the society that she grew up in. All these mitigating factors, and even if I don't know her personally, I meet women like that all the time. I had a very uh, uh, aggressive and terrifying girlfriend from years back. She had just got out,
I'm not
And
aware.
yeah, prison. Yes.
Oh God, you had a girlfriend from prison, huh?
Well, yeah, I figured the sisters do it all the time. I figured I'd do it.
Oh my, was she manly-ish?
No, she was a female. She was thick, as they say, uh, but she had a horrible temper. She was very manipulative. Apparently, she had been prostituted when she was 15. She had children that were taken from her ex-husband. Her ex-husband actually liked young teenage girls. So like she was giving me all this information like in the middle of our relationship because I was very young. She took advantage of me. I had never thought that was possible because I was fresh out of college, but I was dating a woman that was in the game. She had been doing this thing for a long time, but she saw a sucker in me and she got me. It taught me a whole lot. But there are women out there who are damaged beyond recognition. And can they be saved? I don't think there's not a black woman on the planet that can be saved, but they'll need the time and need to be away from craziness day in and day out. But to get back to the matter at hand, it's very sad to see something like that. I don't think it's the first time something like that occurred. That whole instance seemed like an old 1970s. My wife shot me in the butt because I was running around on her, and I didn't go to the hospital because I deserved the bullet. But those are one of the crazy stories of my long-lived marriage. And unfortunately, he was murdered, and she's gonna go to prison for a very long time. I try to save judgment in regards to when black people do things like this, because as Dr. Khaled taught us, I resolve or absolve our people for any wrongdoing because we were never given our minds back, our culture back, our mores and forays, where we came from, our true religions, the resources we needed to survive and live like human beings. So she will get her just due in court. She will go to prison, and God will see her for her sins when she crosses over. And but I'm not gonna land based her because once you go in her history of her life, you'll find some things that you be like, damn, I'm surprised she's still alive. That's it on that matter.
Oh well, I appreciate the love that you're showing to her, but for me, like I said, I respect that, but for me, no, no. There are a lot of people who have been abused beyond belief that have not murdered their loved ones. And so she killed this man because she could no longer control his rod. She killed him because he wanted to be with a woman besides her. Now, I will say, I could see why he wanted to be with somebody else. But he was the one, and I agree with you on that about our people. I agree. I'm not saying that she wasn't mentally damaged, because why would she ever do something like this? But I'm gonna say he also probably, some people are saying he survived. Either way, this is like not even an animal has been treated like this. But I agree with you about the mental illness, and what about him? Why would he stay with such an abusive woman? Obviously, she's been very violent in the relationship. And so let's talk more about how our brothers, how men are always abused. The statistics show that domestic violence is higher where the male is abused than the female. People don't know that. And I am a women's advocate. I am wholeheartedly against women being domestically abused. However, men always suck it up. Remember what you just said about the bullet in the butt and he just takes it? I know personally men who have been stabbed, hit over the head with glasses and bottles, head gashed open, blood pouring, and they don't go to the hospital and report it. And if they have to go to the hospital, when the police come in and ask them, so what happened? They don't say anything about their woman. You know what I'm saying, brother? I mean, are you aware of
Yes,
that?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely. I've had some instances myself. We take it on the chin because we're not as emotional, and we know that we probably did something that warranted her emotions to take off like that. I know I have done that personally. I don't think I have.
We
I
got
have
to
not
stop,
had.
stop, pause.
Okay.
That was victim talking. When I do my counseling of the women, that's what we tell them never to do. You didn't mean to say it, but I'm glad you said it so we could get it out. You said because they probably know that they did something that warranted the violence. Never. Unless he did something violent to her, yes. I wouldn't do that. I would just get out the way, but yes, it's warranted. If you're being physically harmed to protect yourself in self-defense, you can fight back physically. But other than that, no. And you women out there, you need to stop putting your hands on your husbands and then get shocked when he. Let's take the video on the marriage thing, the marriage camp uh, thing. Tahiri, she hit him upside his head with the apple. Did you see that video where she chucked an apple at her husband's face and it hit him right on the side of his face?
No,
And
I
then
didn't see that.
it's a famous couple that was in like this marriage boot camp. And then he was sitting there thinking about that, marinating on it. So when they were sitting on the sofa, she thought she was cute. Well, he did something else to trigger me. And then all of a sudden he just got up and he just grabbed her around her throat. He didn't hit her, but he did put his hands on her throat to scare her. People like, and he got kicked off the show. But they wouldn't have kicked her off the show for throwing an apple in his face.
Right.
So these women think it's cute. I'm all for, hear me clearly, I'm all for leaving a relationship if there is violence. Never stay. I don't tell any woman to stay. I want to say hello to some of the people that just showed up, brother. And then you could speak right now, but I just want to say NK, Yoda, May Rain 77 Experience, Marabontus, Black Gold, Imperial, Water Sniper, and I think that's everybody. Terrence Miller, peace. Thank you for joining. What do you say about that? Like how there's such double standards. And no, brother, I
Yes.
don't think that you should ever think I must have done something. But as a man, that's what you brothers do. That's what all men do,
Well,
right?
yes, when it gets to that point of physicality, and most times, like you said, controlling of the rod, controlling of the phallus, the sexual pleasures, and the fact that we have trillions of sperm and we're always on, and there's a possibility that obviously there's a number of more women than there is men, and we are good men, and other women recognize that, and one and one is always two, and so when the I won't say the main one, but if the girlfriend or the wife finds out, and they're probably going to respond violently. Now I'm not talking about a knife or a glass to the head, but I've been slapped and pushed, and we know that if our significant other finds out what we did, they're gonna be very upset with us. It wasn't like, hey, it was a mistake. No, I got an erection and she was down with
Wait,
it.
wait, what? I can't hear you. You
I,
said,
s-
huh?
I said it's not like what we said, like what we do is a mistake. If we're talking about cheating, we had an erection. The woman whom saw the erection allowed us to utilize that erection on her, okay, and she was with it, and I was with it, and that's what happened. I'm just theoretically speaking, and so the significant other finds out, we're probably gonna get stole over the head, and we'll take that. I'm just giving you the man's perspective. We'll take that. We'll take that because we know we did was wrong and it was stupid and we shouldn't have done it. But that man ego thing comes into play. Like, hey man, I'm not turning them down. So you trying to give it to me, and then we do it, and then like I said, the significant other finds out, and then we know we're gonna get stole over the head or something like that. Now hit by a car, stabbed, glass broken over the, yeah, that's excessive. That's nah. Everybody should run for the hills when something like that happens. But you have the little pushing match. You have the situation where you have to hold your significant other because she's getting too violent, or you may have to leave the premises or whatever have you. Unfortunately, I have been in violent encounters with previous girlfriends, uh, and tensions get high. I'm not the one to come into the house and Shawn for the WWE fans, Shawn Michaels super kick my significant other in the chin because I had a bad day. No, that's not me. But you know, the significant other, that button pushing thing, where it's like certain things that we do to get under each other's skin purposely because we want to have a fight. This is going to go down today, whether it gets physical or not. But there's going to be an argument of some sort because something's on my mind. You've been doing something that's been bothering me, and we're going to have it out. You know, we both do that. We know that. It's like, oh, this is going to happen. Now, how far it goes, we don't know. But you know, we've had police. I've had police call on me, um, and you know, neighbors have called the police. And you know, we just being open and honest right now. You know,
Yeah.
these things, you know, these things occur, and it's very,
Right.
very unfortunate. But as human beings, and again, black people in America, you're on edge all the time. You're angry more than you're happy. You know what I mean? And familiarity breeds contempt. You with somebody often enough, if you're agitated at anything, you're gonna take it out on them because you see them the majority of the time.
Mm.
You know?
Wow. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
Okay. Yeah. And you know, that's just kind of like the way it is. I don't want to say like violence is normal and necessary, or it's something that we should be practicing. Absolutely not. I don't condone violence on any way, shape, form, or fashion in regards to in a relationships between black man and black woman. Violence and defending yourself against white supremacy, I absolutely do condone. But in terms of violence with one another, no. But I do know that it happens. And the reality is, the majority of relationships will probably break up if that were the case, if that was that line drawn and say, hey, this is it for me. If you put your hands on me, either way, I'm gone. Well, there'd be a lot of single people out of here because when we get agitated, we get upset. There's a bump, there's a push, there's something, there's a
Wow.
mush, as we used to call it. And you know, this is from the streets here. I'm giving you, you know, even I've dated women that was in college degree, pretty cool, intellectual sisters. Will get upset and then step right in your face. You're like, oh, okay, well,
I gotta have you take a breath. Absolutely. This is sad. Brother, it's true what you're saying in a sense that a lot of men think like you, but it's not normal. Um, Women need to keep their hands off of men, or they need to get chin checked. How's that sound? They don't want to get knocked in the face with a fist or an open hand or backhand. Keep your damn hands off of men. Okay. I have brothers and I have a son. Uh, if I saw a woman, what I see brothers saying in the chat, throwing a pot, I wouldn't try to get violent. I'm not a violent person, but I don't care if people call me Karen or white. I would call the cops on her and be at court every day trying to get her ass locked under the jail. Okay. It's wrong. It's not normal. Then we all have to be single then. If you say this is happening a lot, do not stay with a woman. Peace, Nasira, sis. Is it Iwa? It's Iwa Ra. Peace, sis. Peace to everybody that just showed up. But brother, you're right about saying it happens a lot. And you're right about saying it's not just about women in certain financial class or social status. I agree. But keep your damn hands off of men. You don't want anybody busting your son upside the head, right? You don't want anybody busting your brother or your cousin upside the head. Stop putting your hands on men just because you had sex with him or had his child. You don't have the right to put your hands on anybody, or you should get slapped back. Now, I don't want sisters to get beaten. So anybody saying, oh, Nepal wants women to get beat. My point is, why do they have to have double standards? Oh, he's bigger than me. Goddamn right. Then keep your damn hands off of him. They think, oh, because a woman is smaller, those little punches don't, that's a lie. A woman can pack a punch, bust a lip open, ring his bell with her fist. So yes, violence is not the way. Exactly, sis. You gotta leave. You guys then just be single. That's right. Solving the race problem says once there's one instance, and I completely agree, but sometimes when there's marriage and children involved, the best thing to do is separate for a certain amount of time and let that person get some help. So I'm not against you, what you're saying, brother, you know, but I'm saying it's sad. And I'm glad you're sharing this. You're telling the truth. A lot of men think like you, but no, nobody should put their hands on anybody. It says once there's one instance of domestic violence, the relationship got to end. It's downhill from there, 100%. Meaning, okay, I get it that Alfonso Morris is the Hulk, obviously. He said, "Ain't no woman hurting with no fist." I don't know which women you've been around. Tell him, brother, you on the panel. Is that true? He said no woman can hurt a man with a fist. Are there sisters out there that can pack a punch?
Well, we seen Baby D in the movie Sister Lady of Rage, who
Yeah,
I actually spoke to. She is that person. She is Baby D. She liked that
because she
character.
rocks rough and tough with her Afro puff, right?
Yes, she's every bit the revolutionary woman. So if you take a punch from her, I think you're going to stagger a little bit. So that's all you need is that one. And I certainly didn't want to go toe to toe with Layla Ali during
Oh,
her prime.
Layla Ali, right? She would, and she
That-
would never. I bet she never would. But see, the ones like a sister professional boxer like her and the Lady of Rage, I don't think that, like you said, it doesn't matter. So I don't want to sound prejudiced, like put a type of woman. But a lot of times it's the tiny ones, the small ones, always wanting to put their hands on somebody. Talking about the sisters who are 5 feet tall and weigh about 90 pounds, soaking wet. So, yeah, I just don't. I did put the link. I put the link, Silos. But yeah, brother. I mean, I'm not trying to like shut you down. I hear your truth, but you're a decent brother. I know you're married now. I'm sure that you don't have that in your relationship now, but I'm just saying it's sad to hear brothers say what you like, how come to this resolve about like, well, we got it. It happens to all of us. Like I hate that because women don't want to be hit. Nobody wants to be hit, right? I mean,
Correct.
maybe some brothers are turned on by that though. That is a factor, you know?
That yeah, that's something as well. Usually, makeup sex does occur thereafter. Uh oh, we lost our sister. Uh oh, this has happened to me a few times. I'm on somebody's streamline and we lose the main host. Uh oh,
Okay.
oh, she back. Okay, okay.
Continue, please. Keep going. Don't mind me. Just keep talking. I'm trying to put this link in the chat again because Stilo didn't hit it for some reason. Ya no sé. But go
Okay.
ahead. Did I interrupt you? Did I? When I was off, you could still talk, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was still talking. I hope I
Okay,
didn't
just
lose
give
you.
me a second. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Certainly. We mentioned a few outliers of women who are known for their aggression. Layla Ali and Lady of Rage. Shout out to Lady of Rage. Hope she's doing well. Um, Obviously, not every woman is like that. And the brothers that have been hit by women, I'm sure they weren't knocked out. But that's really not what it's about. Um, we have the situation now currently where there seems to be a gender switch. There seems to be the more, and we talked about this before, more aggressive women and more passive men or more emotionally unstable men, and so the women are a little bit more aggressive. We I don't tease the brothers, but we do tell the brothers that you are ready to get a gun immediately for one another, but the women are ready to duke it out right there in the streets. Whenever they see each other, they're not picking up no weapons or anything like that. But you brothers are, so y'all leading with your emotions off of an
You said
argument of
women
some
are
sort.
picking up weapons.
Yeah, the brother. In terms of the gender fights, men on men, we picking up guns, shooting each other, and the sisters are duking it out.
I see
Uh,
them shooting each other too sometimes, but most of the time they're just acting like wild beasts in the middle of the street wrestling. Yes, I want to say peace to the Hitman Heart, peace to my brother out there and Colby Co. Yeah, brother, but a lot of our sisters are stabbing each other and slicing each other up with knives and razor blades.
yes, I have heard that,
Yeah.
but I've seen quite a few fights on video in my neck of the woods. But have heard of the stabbings, but there's much more gunplay here between the males, and in terms of that ratio between the two, the women are more likely to punch at one another. But in any case, domestic violence is wrong. We know that. We talked about the mental health. Some of the people the chat room. We talk about mental health and the
Yeah.
fact that we need a debriefing from slavery. Remember the mammy that was given control of the plantations, and that she could hit
Right.
on the male slaves, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and she could hit on the male slaves to control them, and that he couldn't really do anything to her because he would have to answer the master and all that. So all those things are still here, as Dr. Francis Cress Welsing talked about, us not having the option to be the man. That when anything went wrong in the house, she said, "Well, I'm gonna call a man on you. You can't be the man. I'm not gonna call another man that looks like you to remedy this issue. I'm gonna call the man. I'm gonna call the white man, and he's gonna have it. So after I beat the heck out of you, I'm gonna call him, and then I'm gonna say you hit me, and he's gonna arrest you." So, like you said, that perpetuation of the society, giving our women power over us, and some of them utilizing it to the full extent. And I'm gonna let the brother who came in, he can go ahead and
Hey,
jump in.
what's up? How you doing?
Peace, Silos. How
Peace,
are you?
peace, Nepal. Qué preciosa tú eres, mama.
You going to
You
check?
can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I want to say, man, this subject is just so on point, and I wanted your perspective, Nepal, being that
Hmm.
you deal with you might deal with situations like, like this. Well, I've been in a so-called relationship for almost 30 something years, right? And
Wow.
when we first got together, I was in the streets. I was doing my thing. That's before I got into music. So I was in the streets in the Bronx. Up there by Gun Hill Road, and it was a little crazy back then. So I met her in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Um, but my mother used to work for the Catholic Home Bureau. I found out that she was a foster child, so she went to abuse. She was abused as a child, whatever. So my mother warned me. She said, "You want to get together with this girl?" Because my mother pulled a record. She was able to pull a record from the Catholic Home Bureau, and she says, "I don't know. That people, they got problems. Sure.
Right.
Well, sure enough, we had a first child, and everything was fine in the beginning. But then I
Right.
noticed that she
Oh.
would get these tantrums and break up my shit in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of times she called the police on me. Now I hit her. One time I pulled out. She got me so frustrated that I pulled out my gun, and I was like, yo, and I put it to her head and I said, I will blow your head off, cut your
Yeah.
shit out. You know what I'm saying? I got me to that point. But then,
Wow.
so then I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the cops. I went to a friend's house, dropped my blicky down, put him there, and tell yo, she gonna call the cop on me. Sure enough, she called the cops. But the cops came, they didn't take me in, right? So they told me take a walk and stay away, right? But now a couple of years later, when I stopped hanging out in the street and I wanted to get my life together and I was doing my music, playing with the Black Backstreet Boys, it was popping. Well, one day she gets drunk, right? I forgot that I left like a half a bottle of vodka. She gets real drunk. When I come home, she start throwing a pot of beans all over the house.
Wow.
And
Caliente.
I was, yeah,
Or
a pot of bean all over the island. I was like, what's going on? All because, she wanted, she was claiming that I wasn't giving enough attention to my son that was doing his homework, but I was putting him, I told him, sit there, do your homework. And if you need help, I'll be sitting here. But she came in like, drunk and belligerent. So she did that. So what I did, I grabbed her by the throat. Then I put her against the wall and I said, "You got calm down, man. You give me, I got a little kind of heated." Guess what? She called the cops. This time they got me and took me in. I had to do 6 months
God
in
damn.
freaking jail for that shit. And
Mm.
and there was a bottle of vodka on the floor. You know what I'm saying? She was drunk and the cops took me in. So I said,
Yeah.
the hell with it. I'll take it. I'll take it. 6 months and freaking 33rd over there in Orlando, Florida. So now, you know, I'm very close to my kids and I want to help them out. I got a son that's schizophrenic, right? So now I'm here in North Carolina. She's here because she wants to get an apartment with my daughter. So I said, look, my finance is pretty good. I got a big apartment. You guys are one side of the apartment. I'm on the other side of the apartment. But guess what? The other day she started yelling. I don't know what the hell came over her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that situation. Like, what should I do? My mother told me, I know I can't touch her, Because now the cops come, you're going in. A lot of times I hate when they use that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're still
So
with her?
I'm not with her. With her, no, no. I never did anything to her, but she's the one that said she don't want nothing to do with me. So I don't want nothing to do with her. I'm not with her. No, I don't
Oh,
want
you
no part of that life.
broke up.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Separate.
that's
Well,
the
yeah, we
best.
broke. Right, we broke up. That's the best thing to do. But she's in my apartment because I'm trying to help my daughter out and her. My daughter got two of my grandkids. I'll tell you, till you get situated here and get your money up and get situated. But man, she's got me to a point. I'm telling you, the other day. So now what I do, I just my sanctuary is my room. I just stay in my
Ay,
room. I'm
no,
getting my
pero
studio together.
necesitas un otra casa porque that's bad. You
Yeah,
can't.
that's true. I know. And everybody's telling me that. My mom, and a lot of my closest friends tell me, bro, you're too soft, man. You got to get rid of her. You got to get rid. And that's where I'm at right now. I want to get rid of her because I've learned my lesson. Because when it
Yeah,
comes to relationship and marriage, that's a contract. Marriage is a contract.
of
You even
course.
got to exchange money. So finance, fiance is finance. So I'm to the point right now that any relationship I get involved, now it's got to be, she got to have her shit together. I'm sorry to say, she got to have her finance together, her credit. You got to be on point, so I can be on point, and we got to help each other at that finance, fiance financial point of our life. Then if we want to put the business together and get married, then that'll happen in the future. But I'm 59 years old. I don't think I'm see that in my future you know. But I got a couple of Nicaraguans around here. I want to kick it to, but I can't do nothing because I got this chick. I mean, I shouldn't say chick because she is the mother of my kids, but you know,
It's a dangerous
gotta.
situation staying with her. But you know what though?
It is.
Like
Mhm,
people in the chat, I get. See, this is the thing. The
mhm.
brother, first off, is sharing his information and he's saying obviously that he knows it's a bad situation.
Yeah,
So
true.
you guys totally ignored the fact that he said she's violent and
Hmm.
totally ignored the fact that she threw hot scalding beans all over the place, which is
Yeah.
dangerous. It can cause serious wounds. Everybody
Hmm.
is like, oh, it sounds like he's a Latino who likes to put his hands on, but people,
No,
family,
never.
we need to look at it like this. This is why I told him he needs to get another house, move,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
this is what's always going to happen. Men
yeah,
are in these relationships getting physically assaulted, like you saw the man that got run over and killed finally, because I'm sure she was violent. It builds
yeah,
up. So
yeah,
you got to get out of that situation because you are going to look like the bad guy. You're
yeah.
going to look like the one, like some brother, which I get Yoda. He's saying he grabbed her by the throat. Okay,
Hmm.
so when people, this is the thing, we're human beings. You are
Yeah,
men, and people say, no, you should never hit a woman, always walk away. But let me say this, mental is mental. If you're in a toxic relationship and you have an abuser as a woman, let's say the woman is being abused. If she
hmm,
keeps getting abused, pretty soon she's going to do something violent back. So as a
yeah.
man or a woman, you should leave a domestic violence situation. Yes, leave it,
Right.
leave
And,
it, leave
and
it.
one thing is, when she threw those pot of beans, I got my kids they were younger. They around. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the safety. She's drunk. I mean, she drank half of a bottle of vodka. She's drunk. I ain't drunk. I gotta try to find a way to subdue that. You know what I'm saying? But I know her history. So I had to find a way to subdue that. And yeah, we make mistakes, like you say. Sometimes we get mad. And let me tell you something. I don't hit women. You know why? My father used to hit my mother, and growing up, and I saw that. So I vow to never, never, if it came to that point, to abuse a woman. But I do believe that if you got if a woman gonna get out of hand, get you to that point, that there's ways you could do things that you don't harm her, but you put the law down.
No,
Listen, I
listen,
play.
brother, hear me out. You said a
Okay.
key, you said something very key. You witnessed a toxic domestic abuse relationship where people
Yeah.
stay
Oh,
together. And that's
mhm.
why, no, you shouldn't ever get to the point That's what was a great, the statement that solving the race problem said was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Leave. Don't
Yeah.
stay. First indication of violence. Leave, leave, leave. Peace to Yoda, please, Black Captain Save Your Home. Real quick. Amun Ra, Osiris, Malaku Aromatherapy. Yeah, I think that's everybody. HK, K Slick Shakur, my brother, what's up? Yeah, no, brother, that's what the key is. You have to see your
Mm-hmm.
history. Your
Yep.
history is saying not just women that see their women don't just stay in domestic abuse when they witness it as children. So do men.
Mm-hmm.
You've
Right.
seen abuse, so you're staying in it. You need to go. You need to
Yeah.
move. You need to go
Everyone
stay.
tells me that. Everyone tells me that.
Oh,
Everyone
well, there's
tells me
gonna be
that.
something bad
You
happen.
know.
Somebody's
But
gonna go to
yeah.
jail.
But
Somebody's
this is
gonna get
my
killed
place. She,
or both.
she needs to go. This is my place. She needs to go. She and I, and I told my daughter already. She needs to go. She needs to go. I can't deal with that no more. You know.
Right. Here's
So.
another real typical move. Colby
Hmm.
Coe said the woman, she'll block your entrances,
Oh
follow
yeah.
you in your home or your own home. When you ask her to move, she'll say, make me move. Classic. What are you gonna
Yeah.
do about it? I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
hit it on the
Yeah.
head.
That's true. Yep. You hit
Don't
right on the head.
leave. Yeah, you gotta leave.
These are the game. Yeah. Yeah. These are the yeah the games. That's the scenario. And
But
it
you
happened.
shouldn't be in a situation where you're uh, choking her or putting a gun to.
No, no, I
I
don't
mean,
want that.
gun
No, but
to her head.
that was in the beginning. Yeah, that was to a point where I
Hell no.
was in the street. I didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't
Yes.
care.
Oh,
But I had good sense not to go through with it. You know what I'm saying? I
there's
had the good
he's
sense not to go through with
mentally damaged and you have some trauma because there's no way in a million dragillion years
it. Hmm.
I'm staying with the man. I don't care if he's holding if he says, well, I got your liver in my back. I said, well, you got to keep my liver. I would never stay
Hmm.
with the man that put a gun to my head. I don't care if it's my fault. I don't care how much he loves
Hmm.
me. So yeah,
Right.
that's a toxic. You gotta move on. Get
Hmm.
yourself strong, brother. And I appreciate you, Silos, telling us this story because
Right.
people might be trying to get on their bema and judge you, but this is not an
Right.
atypical
No.
story. This
But
is
listen.
very typical
Uh,
in our
yeah,
in our
I moved on. I moved on in terms of myself, spirituality. I moved on. I'm in a better place with myself now. So I can move on with no problem. You know what I'm saying? I got into a lot of meditation. I got into a lot of spiritual works, and I use some of the, skills that I acquired throughout the years when it comes to spirituality. So I'm in a great place now for myself, you know? So I can move on. That's no problem at all. No problem at all.
right. And you know what, brother? I so appreciate you sharing the story. Now, Yoda, I'm
Okay.
putting your comment up because Yoda says he's controlling Nepal. He has to have the upper hand. And you know what? Let me before you say anything, Silos, I'm gonna let you weigh in because it's about you. But
Hmm.
guess what? If that's the type of man he is, he needs to get with the type of woman who will let him be controlling. If he's a controlling type, there is somebody out there for everybody. That woman that he was with is not the
Yeah.
right woman. There's a woman out there that would like him to be controlling. He's with the wrong
Right.
one. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
And you know what? They really don't know me because I'm not. I've gotten to a point that I don't need to be controlling
mhm.
anymore. I don't. I like a partnership. And both of us having a goal and looking in the same direction. So I don't have that thing of micromanagement, controlling. I'm past that. So, it's just people going to say things, but they really don't know me, you know, and judging for what I'm saying is that they didn't get that I moved on. I grew spiritually. My etheric being now is being stronger than I was back then. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I'm glad to hear
they don't
that.
know me in the chat. They don't know my character and
Don't take
personal.
it personally. I know, but
Huh?
listen,
Yeah.
for me, I think this person is just making comments from what you said, and now you
Yeah.
share
Yeah.
that, and then you
Yeah.
open up more to that person's mind. Like the question was, ask him if he loves her. Well, before you answer that, let me throw in my little preface. What did Tina Turner say? Anybody? Nobody?
I don't
Nobody
know.
knows.
No.
What did Tina Turner say?
What does
What
love got to do with it?
what's love got to do with it? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
love.
People think they love each other and they'd be
And
dying. Yeah,
I've
go
learned
ahead.
my lessons. Yeah, I learned my lesson about what really love is. You know what I'm saying? And it's we've been taught the wrong aspect of love. So now I don't say love, I say caring. I do care for everybody around me because I'm not gonna let her ways damage my inner self because I find love within myself. And the first key is to love yourself. And then you can spread that love to everybody else. So I do have caring, but when it comes to that word love, I'm not for it. No, no. I would have to say no. But I do care. Like for any human being, I do care. You know, I don't want to see the bad things happen to anybody. I don't care if they try to do bad things to me. All I got to do is to stay away from it. But from a distance, I can say I do care for that person because I do care for human beings on this planet. And I'm not gonna let nobody damage me.
Right,
My
right.
inner being.
Thank
No.
Go ahead. No, I just wanted to put this comment up because when I said he
Hmm.
might, if he is controlling, which he says he's no longer controlling. So, but if
No.
there are brothers who are controlling, and the brother HK or the sister, I don't know, said, Nepal, you don't condone controlling men. You are entering moral relativism. Saudi Arabia, now you're conflating uh, controlling men with abusive men. Because
That's different.
sometimes controlling is not always abusive. There are actually women out there who want to be controlled,
Yes.
and you have to ask each one. So,
Yeah.
for me personally, I, as a woman, don't like a man to discount or disregard my desires and
Hmm.
my infringe upon what I really value. I don't
Hmm.
like when a man comes in and tells me, I'm your leader. I like
Hmm.
that whole control, but I
No.
don't like him to go against what he knows when he came in, what I am as a woman. So for
Right.
instance, if he comes in, so that's what I'm saying, brother, HK or sister, if someone comes in and sees that I'm on YouTube and he says, you know what? I love you. I'm your man. I know you are a sub. I'm what you would call a sub. Not talking so much like I'm not talking about sadomasochism or sex sub, but just like us, there's subs and there's doms. So I'm a sub in a relationship. But just because I'm a sub doesn't mean that I'm a doormat. Doesn't mean that I'm a whipping post or a punching bag. So when he comes in and he sees me doing YouTube and he says, I want you to get off YouTube now, he's abusing his authority and his control that I've given him. You know what I
True.
mean? So
Yes.
that's what
Yeah, right, right.
I was meaning by control. So if you want to weigh in on that, brother, either one of you, I heard you speak up,
Mm.
uh, Mr. X.
Yeah, yeah. And people like it becomes a Stockholm syndrome situation where the assumption is if you're talking about someone having power or the hierarchy or patriarchy within the relationship, the assumption is like you are held captive and you can't do anything. You have no saying anything and so on and so forth. No, 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 no. That's not what we're talking about. They're still going to have an imbalance within the relationship, a respect within the relationship, a deviating of responsibilities or what have you. But the understanding that the male voice is the dominant voice, and then when certain big decisions are made, they're probably going to be made by the male. And women who uh, our women over the last 50 to 60 years have dated with all the responsibilities of the black community. If any one of our women find a man who can take on these challenges and take them off her shoulders, she'll gladly do that. Where it's not a
Mhm.
domineering, disrespectful type of controlling situation. It's no, this is the real
Mhm.
black man that we've been long waiting to return back to the fold. Daddy, tell me what it is that needs to be done. Now, my home, I'm there's a hierarchy higher at the top. Based on what challenge that we're facing, I'm usually the planner, so I come up with ideas to get on certain things. But if my wife got a plan and And I usually come up with the plan. So if I know she got a plan, we're gonna go with her plan because most times the planning comes to me. So I know she thought about this thoroughly. She believes strongly in it, that it's gonna work, and we do it. Now, if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. I got to come up with a plan B. If her plan A doesn't work, it's incumbent upon me to come up with a plan B. I'll give you this example. We're traveling somewhere, right? And we're driving. We're trying to get to a place. Yeah, I've been in New York City. For those who've been there, you're gonna get lost if you're not from around there regularly. Even if you are from there, you're gonna get lost. Now, she takes a route that she absolutely believes is gonna be faster to get us there. Now, through that route, you found out she really don't know what she's doing. It's gonna take longer, and she get frustrated. So now it's coming upon a man to not say, "Hey man, I told you, listen to me." What we gonna do? Boom! I got this route right here. Where we at right here? All right, this is the landmark. All right, we got a Roy Rogers. I'm doing an old restaurant. We got a Roy Rogers right here. This is a landmark. All right, put that in. Boom. Okay, so from here we're gonna take the exit. We're gonna go here. It's gonna be an hour and 25 minutes, but it's all right. We try to find a different way. It didn't work out. Now we got Plan B. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to that, usually you should have went the way I told you to go. Well, I thought this way. We get into that fight. Our job is to, all right, my queen's plan didn't work. Cool. I got plan B. But it's always got that. I tell my brothers, plan B, C, D, E, you got to have it. When your lady look at you in despair and say, what we going to do? You can't say, I don't know. Let me think on it. Give me some time. Let me think on it. Let me go to the drawing board. I'm going to come back and I'm going to have it ready for you. We can never leave our women out there assed out, so to speak. Because we getting ourselves in some jams collectively or personally. But at the end of the day, I think it is incumbent upon us. Now, not to say the woman can save us, but the racial situation that we're dealing with, solving the race problem, and the power that our women have been given, the return of the black man has to be all fold. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about a control of a relationship, no, this is not a dictatorship. We're talking about maybe a little monarchy, but it's not going to be a
Yeah.
situation when people are getting beat up and you can come home whenever you want to, and you're just being all types of disrespectful, and the children see that and think this is how family life is supposed to be. The father's supposed to be disrespectful to the mother. No, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about us being in our true greatness. Go ahead, brother.
But let me say something. And I like to address the elephant in the room, because I'm not acknowledging is that we suffering from a cultural identity, a lack of cultural identity, and that is like this in culture here in America, right? The young culture, and I remember when you go to the club, the brother that has the jewelry, the brother that has the car, the brother that has the thread, he's usually the one that all the women gonna look at. You know what I'm saying? Even growing up in the Bronx, you had the alpha male, you had the brother that was out there, and he had the car, he had he was swinging this, was making the money. You know what I'm saying? Usually the women was flocking towards him. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in cultural in traditional African culture, that it was different. You know what I'm saying? There was always a sense of that you had to prove that you had some type of monetary or some type of financial stability, always like that, to take on a responsibility of a mate, of a woman. You know what I'm saying? But in this culture, they kind of like flip that around. You know what I'm saying? That's what my experience growing up in the Bronx, what I saw. You know what I'm saying? So that thing about controlling, a lot of women likes a very controlling man that I've seen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's
I
like
really,
they gravitate towards that, especially in the hood, especially in the hood, because you see it played out. And when a man doesn't show that part of him, that he has that swag or whatever, then he's gonna get dogged out. Then if you meet a woman and she sees him like that, then she's gonna dog him out, because she's gonna have to play that alpha role. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
right.
don't know. That's what I see.
I want to weigh in on that. I just want to say hello to Ross Girl, Peace Sis, Zebulon Israel Scott Fox, and Sayed Al Mahdi. Who else came in that I wanted to? There was somebody else Timeless Backdrops and Soup Bone. Much love to the family that just showed up. And yeah, much love to everybody. But yeah, so you know, there's a thin line. We're going into another topic because yeah, we as women we're strong women, and we do have a history of having to take control on our own. So you know, sometimes, not sometimes, quite often, we want the man, peace, JJ, we want the man to take control and be the, like, I'm tired of being the one that everybody turns to and says, now what do we do? We want to be the woman in the movies that's like, honey, I heard something. Go check it out. Like, we don't always want to be the one that's, you know, going out there and fighting. And so, and we want the man to lead us. We want the man. I'm speaking for myself. And I know there's sisters out there that agree. I like a man to tell me what to do. That's fine.
Right.
But
And you
wait,
also want a man to look good and to smell good and
well,
to
wait.
have,
I
you
didn't,
know.
right. Wait, let me add that. Let me add to that. I like a man to tell me what to do, but he better know me and respect my wishes. And when he
Mhm,
came in, talk about
mhm.
how great I am, don't come in and try to change me. I thought I was so great.
Right.
Like, don't come in and tell me, well, you know, I really would like for you to cut your hair or put in a head wrap. And then I say, well, why? You said I was great.
Mhm,
I like a man to tell me what to do in the sense of keep me in line, be the man, and to respect me, like the brother said, like to know, hey, you are valuable. What do you
mhm.
think we should do here? Include me, value me. Don't make me feel like I'm here now, and I know you like to get roughed up, girl. I know you like for me to tell you what to do. Come take daddy's shoes off, and now bow down to
Oh
poppy while
no,
I,
yeah,
no,
nah,
that's
that's
all
not
good,
no.
right?
Yeah,
So you get what I'm saying. We
yeah,
all
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
as a woman, yeah.
yeah.
But sometimes, wait, but sometimes he gets men can sisters. I'm talking to my sisters now.
Hmm.
The ladies know they make sometimes even the wisest man. I mean, not the. I'm not gonna say Barack Obama's the wisest, but you know, Michelle Obama be telling him stuff like, "No, no, Barack, no, Barry, you're not
Hmm.
doing that. Have you lost your mind?" Like sometimes we both need each other. Not sometimes we both need each other, but sometimes women have to be like, no, you don't see it that way. Don't you see what's going on here? And a man that really loves you and respects you and values you, sisters, he'll say,
Right.
oh wow, you know what, you were right. Okay, I'm gonna try, like just like you said, Mr. X. And also I think you mentioned something like this, Silos, maybe not, but Mr. X, you're gonna listen to her and say, okay, I'll try it your way.
Right.
And you know, nine
Right,
times out of
right.
10, if you have a good woman, you're gonna say, "Damn, she was right." So
Right.
somebody said, "Huh? Truth hurts." Listen, I'm not. I'm saying in general, but
Yeah.
it's about reciprocity. But about the thing about controlling a man. Let's talk about men and women being toxic controllers, like women who wanna, you know, they don't even trust a man. Like, okay, I know I said what I said, and I'm not gonna go back on it. There's not a man on the face of the earth that has not wanted to be in a relationship with another woman while he's married for whatever reason. That does not mean he doesn't love and cherish and worship the ground that his wife walks on. That
Hmm.
doesn't take away from any of the love and respect that he has for his wife. He may not have even acted on it. But with that understood, okay, let's say there's a monogamous relationship. When you have a woman who a man says, it's just you, baby, he gives her no reason. He comes home from work every day. He does everything. And she's still checking his phone. Where were you tonight? Oh, you went to the store. You said the store's only 20 minutes away. And then I had to discount the fact that you might have to wait at the stops, the crosswalk light. And then that's an extra 2 minutes. Well, why are you here 30 minutes late? Like, you know, that's control, sisters.
Big
And
time.
well, HK, let me say this. If you don't think it's true, the link is out there. You can always hop on, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear, because you're just hearing from me. So I totally respect what you're saying. Despite what everybody says, little bit, let's talk about me over there in the House of Consciousness. Some people like, Nepal doesn't like anybody to disagree with her. That's a lie. I don't like disrespectful people saying nasty things. Oh, she's a dummy, or I love for you to say if it's not true and come share your thoughts. Tell me. We,
But
my ideas are my ideas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
So
Nepal, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. In a polygamous relationship, um, isn't the woman the one that chooses the next wife? You know what I'm
not
saying? Shouldn't that?
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what I've learned about polygamous religion.
Well,
Polygamous a relationship is that it's an arrangement and a business arrangement. You know what I'm saying? So
mhm,
if you got one wife, right, and things are going very well with you guys, you'll prepare yourself and your fiancés, and you'll prepare yourself and you're growing, right, in terms of the family business is growing. Then the women, if she can't handle the business and the kids, and it's too much responsibility for the two to handle, then usually is the woman that says, "Let's bring on somebody else." And usually the best scenario will be a second wife, because like that you build a stronger family business and family, because I believe family to me is business. You know what I'm saying? And you create a relationship, which also is a business term. Relationship is a business term. A lot of the terms that we use for relationships and for marriages and stuff, even marriage, those are business term when you go into
no,
the business area. So I thought that the woman was the one that chooses the next woman and says, okay, we're gonna bring her into the family, and and then that's when that arrangement starts becoming fruitful in a sense, or
okay,
at
let me
least on the
answer that
drop.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's first take this and look at men as human beings before
Mm,
I address that, which there is some information that I'd like to share that does
mm,
lean toward what you're saying. But a man
right.
is a human being, and you don't want me choosing you don't want me choosing your woman for you. You don't want
Hmm.
your woman choosing who you're going to sleep with. Now, if now on the other side, now this is very complex, so please listen to me. If you go out and choose the wrong woman
Right.
and your wife is fine with polygyny, but
Right.
you're choosing a woman who is bad for you and bad for the family,
Right.
your wife has a say so 100%. And you should
Okay.
listen. Now, if she says, I don't like her because she's overweight and we're a skinny family, or she's a vegan and we eat meat. No, that's thank you, Viva Erando. Um, so what I'm trying to say is you can't, as a wife, say, I'm gonna choose your wives. Because what happens, sisters, I'm talking to sisters and brothers can listen to, when you make that's not a good foundation. When you make a plan like that and set it up,
Hmm.
what's gonna happen is the wife is choosing women just for herself, not thinking about what you want. She's
Right.
choosing, and then what's gonna happen is
Right.
she's going to see that usually she's doing that for a reason of, I don't really want him to like her more than me. I want to choose this one because I think she's not as pretty as me. That's what
Right.
happens. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
wait, well, just 1 second. When she
Hmm.
sees him start to love her, it backfires, and then she starts resenting, and she has too much basically, I'm going to say it straight up, she has too much control. Now,
Hmm.
she should have some say so, but she has too much control when she's the one choosing. And you're men. You're not our soldiers, our drones, our robots that we remote control. You're human beings. You choose a woman
Hmm.
that because you want to be with her, and then you also choose her. She's good for the family. She
Right.
contributes financially, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you want? I see you trying to jump in there. Did you want to
No, no,
say something?
because I want to stand corrected on that. I stand corrected. What I mean is, for women choosing is, yeah, if the man brings a woman, I think it's both mutual. I'm saying for polygamous relationship, both have to agree, and both have to agree that the next woman is going to be beneficial for the relationship that you already have together. That's what I mean to
Right.
say.
And yes, 100%. And
Yeah,
she has to also
that's what I'm.
already be um pro poly. So you
Mhm. Right.
gotta you gotta have a wife who is like Yeah, of course we're poly, but whoa, you ain't bringing in that stripper. Got me messed up.
Right.
I'm not gonna have you married to some stripper or
Hold on
uh
now.
some assassin or whatever. So I want to address the comment that sister Nandy, peace to sister Nandy. Sister Nandy said, why is polyandry never discussed by women? Well, polyandry is anti progression of our people. Polyandry is not beneficial to us. The reason being, not just that the physical makeup of a woman, the physical makeup of a woman is not actually in this day and age. Now I know that we did that. I know that it was done, and
Some
it was
tribe in Africa done
in
that.
some
Yeah.
African
Yeah.
tribes. I'm
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about us here, okay?
Yeah.
So
That's right.
in
It's
our
different stuff.
society, women, it's not it's not beneficial for a woman to sleep with or have a bunch of husbands because number one, I already talked about her body being able to carry children if you want to bring forth children. Now, if you don't want children, then why would you be having a bunch of husbands? Because y'all want to talk about bacterial vaginosis. That is
Yeah.
a cause of bacterial vaginosis. All kinds of different semen being in your, I'm sorry, this is rated
For grown folks.
18 over. All that
Uh
different
oh.
semen going into your vaginal canal will
Yeah.
cause you to have a serious imbalance because
Mhm.
when you meet, even sisters know this. When you meet a man, you meet a new man. He's married. You marry him because I'm talking ideally. When you first have sex with him, sometimes you have to get used to you know, his body, his semen. Your body
Yeah.
has to adjust. Sometimes not. It depends on the woman, but quite often you have to adjust to him. The pH balance has to adjust. So if you have all these different male, uh, all this different semen from different males,
Or the
your
different
vagina is
diets.
your vagina is going to be a wreck, a wreck.
Yeah.
So that's enough right there. But also polyandry. Why would you women? We want to be with one man. I thought some women they want a bunch of men. I know it is nasty, Muslim girl. Yes, but some women
Hmm.
may want to be with a bunch of men. But why? Why would you want to have a bunch of men? What would be the benefit besides money?
Yeah,
Confusion.
yeah.
That's confusion.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's one reason, and it's not good for our people. Like we're
Mm-mm.
we're trying to build. We're trying to bring
Right.
We need to bring sisters together. I don't know very many men, by the way, of our men that want to share one woman and know about it. It makes a man feel like a wimp, like a loser. Like I know there's some men out there that say I don't mind, but for the most part, a real now I'm not a man, but I'm going to speak from a woman's perspective of what I think a real man is. A real man doesn't want to know another man is in the room on top of his woman. Now,
Mhm.
Sister Nandy, you said so it's healthy for the man to sleep with multiple women. No, yeah, it is healthy for a man to sleep with multiple women. Men don't get any type of diseases or spread any diseases by having multiple wives. He's not sleeping with multiple women. He has multiple wives. Also spread disease, sis, and also you catch bacteria. But no, you can catch bacteria. You don't catch bacterial vaginosis, Sister Nandy. You don't catch it. You already have that bacteria in your vaginal canal. Women do, not you. All of us. The bacteria is already present. What happens is when you continue to introduce soap, semen, different types of soap, semen, dyes, different diets that are throwing your pH balance off, that bacteria starts to increase and it causes infection and it causes it's not a very pleasant place. So
Mhm.
the one of the causes, which it's debated, but it's well known that one of the causes is multiple male partners. Multiple male partners, the vagina is very sensitive to semen. Shalom is into Phoenix, Ronnie Roan, King Simon presents. Yeah, so
So polyandry, I don't know. You brothers weigh in. Are there very
Yeah,
many
let me
men
get
out
in,
there
brother.
that, yeah, Rots girl sis. Are there very many
Y-
men out there that want to know that they're sharing one vagina,
Yeah,
one woman?
no.
And
Not
I'm
that
not
I
trying to
know
be
of.
vulgar when I say vagina. I'm saying facts are facts. What man wants to share
Right,
his woman and her sex, right? Or weigh in on that. Your man.
right. See, this is the thing, and shout out to Sister Nanny. This the Nanny come in with the fire. Sister Nanny got a grenade all the time. If the weapon requires a 22 just to scare somebody, Sister Nanny coming in with a grenade and a grenade launcher. Uh,
Yeah, she
because
does come
Okay.
in with a lot of grenades, but sometimes my sister is wrong, just like everybody can be wrong. Like what I'm not saying that Sister Nancy, bacterial vaginosis, excuse me, but it's caused by several things, but we're talking about sex particularly. Truth hurts. What woman wants to share her man? A lot of women want to share their men. A lot of you women are sharing your men. A lot of you women are sharing your men, and you know it. A lot of you. You just you want to, when he comes in the house, you want to dare him to let you know. You like the control. You want him to sneak around. And no, baby, only you, baby. You the most beautiful woman in the world. You the only one with the vagina, baby. Like you want a man to be a little boy and a little farm hand. I'm sorry, baby. I won't look at any more titties or asses ever again, baby. No, you want that. You want a man not to be a man. You want to lord over him. So a lot of women, a lot of us are out here saying, I don't mind. We don't mind, sis. Y'all know you don't mind. You don't mind. It's the control. I know what you're doing, sister, because I'm a woman. I'll tell you one thing. I'm poly, and then I'll hand it back over to you, brother. I'm poly, but I don't want my man disrespecting me for another woman. I don't want my man ever making a woman feel like she's over me. I don't care if she's my sister wife. I don't care if she's his new wife. No woman wants no woman wants her man to make another woman feel like she's lower than the other woman. See, it's about us as women. We don't even really. It's not even about the rod. It's about us competing with each other as women. Check. We want
yeah,
to. Oh, because I'm gonna tell you, this is what women do. This is what women do. When they see you out with your man and they want to be, you know what, the B word, a catty, they'll walk by him and smile. And if he looks at her and smiles, she's like, I saw your man was looking at me. That's what it's all about. It's about, then the sister gets mad because she's like, why did you make her? It's not about him looking because you know he likes bodies, you know he likes women. It's the fact that you as a woman know, oh, now she thinks that my man wants her more than he wants me. It's about a competition between women. So
Yeah.
when we can get over that, and wait a minute, not just the sisters, this is the man's fault. If you men could stop comparing women and, oh, she's a 5, she's a 10. Oh, I wish everybody looked like, no, stop. Stop putting women, we already are naturally competitive. So if you are a sister in a relationship and your man is making you feel like every other woman's better than you, or showing women, sometimes he doesn't even mean to do it because he doesn't understand how women think. Sometimes you'll be somewhere with your man and there'll be a sister sitting there and he's not even attracted to her, but he's a nice man. He's a nice man and he'll be nice to her, but you see her, sisters, y'all know what I'm saying. You see what she's up to, but he'll be like nice to her, and then she'll be cheesing at you like, yeah, he gave me a napkin, and you're like mad at him, like, why did you give her a napkin? He's like, what do you mean? I'm nice to people. But it's because we don't want other women to think that our man wants them more. I'm going on and on because I want to drive this home. Men have to work on that. Work on that. If you're going to have a polygynous relationship, you cannot compare women and say, well, she does this better. She never did this to me, and you do it all the time. It's going to make women not get along. So you get on Fane or no? Yes? Anybody?
Yes,
yes.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Um, you know, I've been in I've seen situations where, that played out, in parties, and then the man is attracting other women, you know what I'm saying? But if it's done really respectfully, like if you got a good communication with your woman and says, hey, listen, what do you think about her? She looks nice, right? Blah, blah, whatever, whatever, and you having a nice conversation with that, but you don't never compare any women with another woman. I don't think that's right at all because every woman carry a uniqueness about her, and that's the beauty of it. And when once your woman understands that, you understand that, I think that it's a little more the scenario, it's a little more easier to you know,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
So, anyway, brothers, sisters, Muslim girl lies, cis lies, threesomes are very popular. So, Sister Nandy, you haven't been in a polygynous relationship. Just say what's popular in them or not. Stop. No, Sister Nandy, I love you, but okay, let me tell you something. You're gonna get taught something today. I listen to you and I respect you, but you don't know what you're talking about. You need to stop. It's very disrespectful for you to put that out there. Threesomes are popular in monogamous relationships. You cannot come in here
Mm-hmm.
talking about threesomes
True.
are very popular in polygamy and polygyny. And even if they are, why are you worried about it, Sister Nandy? You're the one always saying don't worry about what gays are doing in their bedroom. Why are you worried about what they're doing? Check. Like you're always
Mm-hmm.
saying don't attack gays. Who cares what they're doing in their bedroom? Why are you worried about if threesomes are very popular in polygyny? If they are doing a threesome, which you don't even know about, because that's a lie. Most polygynous relationships, marriages, are not doing threesomes. Now, are some doing them? Of course. Are monogamous people going out and grabbing women from bars and clubs and neighbors to do threesomes? Of course. No, Malcolm the Sensei, it's not it's not Napah, I said Napah. It's not Napah versus Sister Nandy, but Sister Nandy, get out of your emotions. I'm not in my emotions. You're saying something that's wrong. It's not your opinion. You're saying that that's not an opinion when you say threesomes are popular in polygynous relationships. That's a misinformation that you're
It's
putting out as a
misleading.
fact.
Yes,
You should
yes.
have said, I believe, in my opinion. Okay, so that's your
That's it.
opinion. Fine. If that's
Right.
your imagination, got it. Got it, Sister Nandy.
Well,
You're entitled to your imagination, my love. Anyway, so what's the question? Truth Hurt. Truth Hurts asks, how many times have you been in a polygamous relationship? I was married one time and I'm divorced and I'm in a relationship right now. Both times it was polygyny and my father was a polygynist. Both times. I've never not, and everybody in the chat probably, whether you want to believe it or not, has or will be in a polygynous relationship. He'll be sneaking around. That's all.
oh yeah.
So anyway, it's all love.
Mhm.
This for some reason, this topic makes people so angry. I don't know why. Yeah, Colby Co. Exactly. Maybe that's what you're referring to, Sister Nandy. Swingers. Yeah. And swingers are monogamous for the most part.
Yes, yes, yes. I
That's
know a
what she's
swinger.
talking about.
Yep.
Thank you, Colby Co. Okay,
Yep.
so why do they always attack Nepal? She didn't say none of what most she said. I love you, May Rain. You know what? I don't feel attacked right now because Sister Nandy's fiery, but I get what you're saying. I be getting into some fireball throwing over at the HRK. But no, I don't even care. You guys are saying shots fired. Sister Nandy gets very, very emotional and passionate. And I respect her, but if she's over here talking about stuff that's not accurate, I just want to say, no, you don't know that. Is it not adulterous to sleep with married men according to your scripture? Hell no. No, Sister Nandy, it's not. No. Well, not for a woman, because the Bible supports polygyny, Sister Nandy. So there you go. I'll let that be on the screen. No, sis, the answer is no way. Yeah, no one's angry. Truth hurts. I love it. Everybody over here is so nice. Did anybody want to jump on? If you don't want to, my co-wife was a virgin 24 years old. Good for you, sis. See, this is Muslim girl. You have a
Nice.
quality marriage, I'm sure. You have a quality polygynous marriage. It's awesome to have a sister wife. It's awesome to have a sister wife.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you're missing out on. Now, people want to say, well, what about the sisters that women that don't want to be sister wives? And now, I want to make it clear. I'm not going to get specific, but I would never come into a relationship where a woman is not poly. Hear me carefully, everyone. Everybody, get out your notebooks. Get out your notebooks. Take this. I was biting my lip. Take this little soundbite. I would never go into a relationship where a woman is not poly and then try to enter the relationship. If she's not poly, meaning if there's no sister wives already available there, I would never enter a relationship like that. Now, if a man is married and already has multiple wives and all the women are fine, then I would be more than happy to enter the relationship. Does that make sense to everybody? You can ask me questions on that if you'd like to. Shout out to California Black Sheep, my brother California Black Sheep. Much love. Anybody? Do you get what I'm saying or no? And I always want to, I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. We can
I
hear
also
you.
want to say this. I
Oh,
don't,
awesome.
it takes time for people when you get in a relationship, when you're betrothed or engaged, being vetted, you got to give all the wives time to get to know you as a sister. I don't think it's fair for you to just bust down the door like, hey, I'm here, everybody. You don't know me, but he married me. You need to give people time to get to know you. Napah, would you marry a man that don't subscribe to the Bible? It depends. Yeah, probably. I used to not say that, but I have a lot of confidence in my spiritualism and I have confidence in my faith. And I know that the scriptures say that the unbelieving husband can be saved by the believing wife and vice versa. So I used to be all into that. No, it depends on how he respects my faith. And it depends on how I see if my faith can influence him. I'm not somebody trying to convert anybody, but we all know that when you get around people that you trust, I think there was a time, it was on Sonnetter's platform, a brother called in and he was in a gang and he said, no one, I don't believe in this Bible and you don't know what my life has been like. No one's ever loved me. Remember that, anybody, when he was like a gangbanger? And I was like, brother, before I agree. No one's going to people shouldn't come and try to convert you. They should love you and they should respect you and care about you. And when they do that, you're going to look at that person and learn to trust them and say, well, why does this person believe in this? And then you are going to take your own path and say, well, I like what this person's Bible says right here. Even Sister Nandy said this to me, and she'll agree. She said, I don't follow the Bible, but there's certain things here and there that, I align with. I'm just kind of paraphrasing. And she's not the only one who said that. So my point is, yeah, I would. If it depends on how he treats me. It depends on how he treats me. And I do anyway. I remember that he was speaking. I know, C Style. I'm so glad you remember. Shout out to C Style, the motivator. That was deep, right? Peace, brother, big dog. No, it's not okay, big dog. It's not okay for a woman to have multiple husbands. You must have just gotten here. So anyway, brothers, I'm talking. Y'all want to jump in?
Yeah, I wanted to jump in on that polyandry thing that Sister Nandy had brought up. And is it a situation where we're talking about uh, pettiness? Because the conversation is constantly about men having multiple wives. Are we bringing this up for the simple fact that, it seems a little bit misogynistic from your viewpoint? Or is this a real solution for our people? you a solution-based sister. So the presumption that I would have, or the assumption I would have, is that you would bring solutions to our people. And talked about it being practices in small countries with very little resources, a strategic implementation for family. Like, for instance, if three brothers, blood brothers, were together and they fell in love with the same woman, then they would have a relationship or have that type of marriage with her, so that the splitting of the land, because a lot of times that's how land split, as you know, destruction of black civilization. Those tactics were used against our people for multiple marriages to split up the land, to split up the family, and make it easier to defeat them. One tactic that they used is that the brothers whom had the land would marry the same woman so that the land would stay intact. That was strategy. Now, I believe wholeheartedly in military science and saving your culture and saving your nation and doing it for the greater good. In our instance, though, our men have been under attack for a very long time. We know all about the hangings and the mutilations and the cutting of phalluses because of various reasons, as Dr. Francis Grant Wells dealt with. Our own natural gun that we have that we can duplicate ourselves, and everyone, and the white man can't. And with that being said, it's probably more conducive for us to practice, the multiple wives, and not get the back and forth argument about what's better and what's obvious is better. But now we don't have to even deal with the sex thing. I mean, that's one aspect of it. But the reality is, there's a lot of women out here without men. And there are women now having to take on the role of men and trying to be men. And it gets very, very confusing, as the brother said earlier, that our culture gets very, very confused because everything is dumped on us. Everything that is supposed to be in the commode of society is dumped on black culture in a black community, and we have to deal with it, and we
True.
have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? And there have to be an entity out there that says no, 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 we're not gonna accept homosexuality. We're not gonna accept these entities that you're gonna place upon us. We're gonna deal with the individualistic perspective of LGBTism and how it destroys our community. We're going to deal with the fact that, yes, we have a lot of sisters out here, unfortunately, who marry by themselves. They need some assistance in some way, so it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, but that an uncle and a cousin, we talked about this before, an uncle or a cousin or a male figure there to assist with the family needs. Now, obviously, she has her natural needs, as all our brothers and sisters do. That natural reason you put on God, you put on God to multiply, as it said in the scripture, right? I got that one scripture, right? Be fruitful, and multiply. I got that one.
That's all I need to learn.
That's all I need to know. I know that one. And when you got three men and one woman, and then you got to sit there and wait for 9 months, because I mean that sexual part is something you can bring up in terms of, hey, all right, she's pregnant. All right, let's find out whose baby it is. All right, so now we find out is husband number one. All right, so 2 and 3, why is she pregnant? Cannot have intimacies with her. So they're supposed to go 9 months and wait for this woman to be. We supposed to go 9 months and not do anything and wait for her to have this baby. Just doesn't make any sense. There's no benefit at all from it. You
Right.
know what I mean? It
Repeat
should
that part.
we
Excuse me, brother. Wait, I want you to repeat that for brother Big Dog. That's one reason women aren't supposed. We aren't even physically made to have multiple partners like a man should, like a man can. We have to hold the baby, like you said, brother. Go ahead and repeat that. Because he's asking a question.
yeah, yes,
Go ahead.
that the aspect of the woman being pregnant and then finding out whom husband the baby belongs to, and then they're gonna only be pregnant by one man at one time. So the other two
Mm.
husbands now have to wait 9 months until she has this baby, or 10 months for her to heal and all that, and be respectful in that manner, because obviously the man, once finds out whose child it is, like, you brothers can't touch her. Until
Mm-hmm.
this is over with. You got to have that discussion as well. It's just too many moving parts. There's no benefit to it, at all whatsoever. So I don't even know why we would even discussing that. But just to have
Right.
the discussion because someone brought it up, we can
Because
tear it down
it's not
immediately.
healthy. It's not healthy. I mean, it's known that a woman's uh, vaginal tract can be disrupted by multiple men entering in there with their semen. Now, I would like to address this question that Truth heard. I think that must be a woman. I'm not sure, but if that's a sister, first off, my divorce had zero to do with poly.
Absolutely zero. So that's about the most I will say about my person. I mean, I think I've spoken on the whys of the divorce in other streams, but that's irrelevant. And I definitely have a lot of haters out here. So everything I say, people are taking it and running with it. So I prefer, if you want to talk to me about my divorce, send me an email and send me your phone number. We'll have a long conversation, a personal conversation, okay? But yeah, I'm not avoiding your question. It's just irrelevant. It's
Somebody
stupid.
divorced you?
It was a mutual thing. We
Uh,
divorced each other, but it wasn't about Polly. We were married for 11 years. It had nothing to do with Polly. I hate to break the news to all of you babies out there. Truth hurts. The little babies that have never experienced adulthood. There are other things out there that can actually break people up besides Polly. Why are
mm-hmm.
you so for polygyny, huh, sis? Why are you so against it, Sister Nandy? Why don't you ask yourself that question? I clearly have made my points often of why I think polygyny is good. I'm not saying everybody has to do polygyny, but it is the best marriage, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's
Yeah,
the best marriage for Black people because
and I agree.
we have women, our sisters, aborting babies at an alarming rate. Okay. We have our women with the lowest marriage rate. We're the bottom of the barrel when it comes to being chosen as wives. It's no benefit in a man having a lot of women either. Uh huh? I don't get that. But anyway, it's clear that polygyny works. It works fine. It works fine for the a lot of the Jewish people and the Jewish the Hasidic communities. A lot
The
of them
Indians,
do
the India
they
in
keep it
India
quiet.
works.
Yes, they do
Mhm.
have they keep it quiet like they don't. Um,
Mhm.
th- so it works for the Muslims. It works for the Hebrews, some Hebrews that do it right now. With a man, see, this is the thing that I get what Sister Nandy and all the other sisters are upset about. Brothers are abusing women and misusing their right to be polygynist. They're misusing it. What do we teach our daughters about their self-worth when daddy has multiple wives? That how what kind of question is that, brother? So
Mhm.
let me get this straight. If a man has more than one wife, that diminishes the worth of each wife. Do you see what you're saying? That's the misogyny. That's the harm. You're saying just because a man wants to have multiple wives and have a home where he can have many children and a sister network, and him having choices instead of running out in the street and going to the strip club and catching chlamydia and losing his whole
Mhm.
paycheck and then coming home
Mhm.
with no money and bringing his wife chlamydia. Instead of him
Mhm.
doing that, he has true wives and order, and he loves and respects the women. How is that showing your daughter that she has no self-worth? Now, I have a daughter. My daughter knows clearly, if you don't want to do poly, don't do poly. But if you want to do poly, do poly. It's just a type of marriage. Um,
But Nepal, I would say also that a responsible person, a responsible man, a poly would be good because an irresponsible man poly won't work. Not even a monogamous relationship won't even work for them. You know what I'm saying? You have to be responsible,
right,
and that's what I've learned about polygyny is that
right.
it has to be a responsibility that has to be practiced. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, Silos. Listen, I'm going to say this. You can take this. You could do this over on anybody else's channel. I'm trying to be very
Mhm.
respectful and patient to Truth Hurts. Everybody who disagrees with me is a hater. When
Mhm.
did I say that anybody's a hater? You're just an asshole. How's
Mhm.
that? You thought I wouldn't call you that? You're getting blocked. Now, back to
Mhm.
the positive vibe. I
Mhm.
don't like when people try to lie and say, "Oh, she calls everybody a hater if they don't." You sound like clowns. People disagree with me all the time, and I respect them all the time. It's
Mhm.
when people come into a chat like a little hiding roach. I said, if you want to talk to
Mhm.
me about my personal life, contact me. You want to, why did you divorce?
Anybody that disagrees with her, stop that. Excuse my language. Stop that bullshit over here. Y'all know I can get crazy, okay? I don't want to, but I hate these people. Why do you have such a hate for poly? Stop asking me questions about why I like it. Why the hell do you hate it so much?
I think because in their own life they see a responsibility within their own life. They just, it's just that's just showing, that maybe they had a miserable life, irresponsible life. You know what I'm saying? They can't read for comprehension. They can't understand cultural expressions. They can't understand culture as a whole. They can't understand natural nature. So
Right.
I think that's where that comes from, ignorance. They ignore the facts that nature, we have to get back in tune with natural nature and our nature, and from the beginning of time, in the nature of the African tribe of our genetics, even the Tainos, and if you go back into certain cultures like India. I study a lot of Kama Sutra, but people don't know that Kama Sutra is not only about positions and sex, because you have the Shasta Sutra, which is the preparing for Kama Sutra. That's an art form. It's not, you know what I'm saying? They just they ignore certain things. They're misled and they ignore. So they don't really understand what polygyny. They don't understand what poly really is. It's a financial stability. It's a it's an arrangement of finance. It deals with finance. It deals with culture. It deals with a lot of practices that help strengthen tribes and community, and it's been practiced since ancient time. But they just don't know that. They still
Right.
have that slavery mentality in them, because
Oh,
they still have that slavery mentality, and that's what it is. That's that genetic of the European that's in them that didn't practice that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
They still
Right.
have
And
that in them.
go ahead. No, you're breaking it down. I don't mean to interrupt you, brother, but I
No,
want to
you
say
good.
this. Yoda, everybody, listen. I love people who say, "Look, I don't really like it. I don't think it's good, but hey, I don't no, they say I don't really like it, but people do. It's a choice. You do what you want to do, I do what I want to do. I don't
Yeah.
like when people say it's not good. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't like when people say
Right.
it's
Right.
evil, it's nasty. You must be an insecure, weak woman. Your kitty cat must have trees growing out of it. Like, leave it
Mm.
alone with that bullshit, because
Right.
we're
Right.
you sisters who are saying that are with men who are out there sleeping with women behind your back. Like,
Right.
if you don't want to do it, leave. I'm good. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going around. You think I don't have family and friends and who don't do poly? I'm not
Yeah.
telling them, how dare you not do poly? You know you're a loser, right? I'm
Mm.
like, don't do poly then. But for me,
Yeah.
it seems like the best. But anyway, you broke
And
it
the
down really well.
yeah,
Beautiful.
and the power to that Yoda about the Bible. I bet you they don't even read the Bible concordance. Okay,
And this
because
is the person's choice. If they want to say that, look,
mm,
more power to you. The
yeah,
thing is with Sister Nandy is before you go out, Sister Nandy has said things to like against it, like only Jezebels like it. You are
out of
like
content.
woman, like that kind of stuff is
Yeah,
disrespectful, and that's
yeah,
why I said, no, Sister Nandy, you're wrong to say that. But if she says I don't like poly, just like Sister Nanny, like you say, I don't mind if men have sex with men. You say that. You actually say that, Sister Nandy. You don't
mm,
have a problem with men having sex with men, but you have a problem when heterosexual women and men have a type of marriage. That's not fair. And it's not fair that gays have rights to get married, but polygyny is outlawed. And we're getting ready to change that law.
yeah.
Why?
Well,
So
The Mormons got that law.
no,
They
Utah's
said,
already putting it up in the Senate to get it
yeah,
voted to turn it around to where
yeah,
multiple marriages will be legal on paper.
right,
So
right.
yeah. So don't say like I'm trying to force poly on you. I'm gonna talk about it just like everybody likes to run circles around religion and Bible. I'm gonna talk about poly as much as I want because I think it's good. Now, if y'all don't like it, much love. Let me know why you don't like it. But when you start talking about people's uh saying people are evil and saying that people are dirty, when in reality, women going around having sex with multiple men, it makes your pH off. When you start saying things like that, you guys, that's when I start coming, firing back with facts. Anyway, so this is a great stream though. Sister Nandy, I love you. She says she'll see me on Sonnetter. Maybe we could have a debate. I might have to debate my sister. Nah, I don't want to debate her. I don't want to debate her because you know why? That's still my big sister. She's wrong about Polly, as wrong as two left shoes, but she's a wonderful revolutionary. I have respect for her. Don't ever get it twisted.
You gotta agree to disagree.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear about how I'm a Jezebel and how
No,
my hygiene is off.
no,
Because
that's
anyway,
judgment. Yeah, that's
everybody,
not
I'm
good.
about to close this stream
Okay.
soon. Anybody, close out. Much love to you guys. I might do a stream later on. Maybe it's a little late right now, but I gotta go do some things for my family. But thank you for hopping on the panel, Mr. X and Silos, Mr. Senor. Oh, real quick, I just remembered Silos
Yeah.
and anybody out there that is uh Latino, like
Yeah.
Afro
Afro
Latino.
Latino. Yeah.
No, even
African
not just Afro
Latin
Latino, just
Hispanic.
Latino.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
thinking of
okay.
we're gonna put together a diversity panel. Now you
Okay.
could be, you don't have to be Latino to be on. Y'all already know it's family. If you're black, whoever be on there. But we want to get some. We want to get Silos. You're gonna join in hopefully.
Okay.
Um,
I got yeah.
and
Hit
then
me up.
Sanetter, me, and then we want to get some other excuse me, Afro Latinos that can join because we're gonna do a diversity platform and talk about the issues between. We're gonna start slow. Issues between Latinos and so-called blacks or African Americans, and then
Oh
we're gonna
boy,
even then
that's a
we're gonna
good one.
hopefully add in other people like maybe Eastern Indians if we could get anybody to come on, Asian white people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Count me
anybody out
in.
there?
Count me in.
Yeah,
Definitely count me in.
you're in already. I just want to say anybody out there, if you are Afro Latino or have a Latino Hispanic background,
Background.
hit
Yeah.
Sonetter up on the email or even go to my email and
Okay.
hit me up. If you're feeling generous, please hit the Cash App and show me
Definitely.
some love. No
Okay.
pressure. Go ahead and close out, brothers. Go ahead. Thank you, Captain Savior Home. Thank you, brother. I saw Captain Savior Home said, "Can we move on, please?" I removed that comment. I was like, "No, we cannot."
Well, I
But
gotta
much
go. I'm gonna close out real
close
quickly.
out.
And what I gather from this, Nepal, with your spirit, it's like you're really preparing us for the future. Because, like you said, they're already having discussion about polygyny, and now with this COVID-19, with a lot of the financial situation, because it not only affects your body, it affects the geopolitics, all around the world. And so discussions are being held right now. So you're preparing us for the future because this is something that in order for survival, is something that you're gonna have to consider. You know what I'm saying? It's something that have to be really, really considered for the future.
Yeah.
So a lot of
Thank you, Siso.
discussions right now.
You always
So
bring so much
peace to
love
you.
and great energy. Thank you, Senor.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Oh,
Beautiful, preciosa, and I'll catch you later. And much love, amor to all of the familia out there, my African people, Afro Latinos, and African Americanos, and because we're Americanos too, we're just Caribbean Americanos.
yes.
But anyway, I love you all, man, and thank you, Nepal. Keep up the good work. Peace.
Okay, señor. Me encanta. Dulces sueños. Okay, so just see your way out. And then, Mr. X, I want to say, Russ girl, have him hit us up, sis, and you can come on the panel. You can come on the panel with him. So definitely send me your email, and if he wants to come on, or you can just join the panel without him, just to give your perspective, because you have children. If your children they're obviously Afro Latino, they're black and Afro Latino, whatever you are. Like if you're Islander, you're still black. Even Afro Latino is still black. So Definitely, Ross girl, you gotta join. Okay, please. I love you, by the way. I'm always talking about you, Sonetter. I love you, and I love my other sister. Oh my gosh, I gotta get up there to say Nasira, and my sister Nandi, and who else is out there? Oh my God. Oh, H Malite. I can't Malete. Or I love the sisters. There's more sisters out there that are so sweet. Muslim girl, Bonita. Ooh, Millie. Who else is loving me? All the sisters out there. Mama Lioness. I love all y'all. Even the cranky ones. All the cranky ones I had that the one I had to block. Even Ebony Knowledge with her mean, but no, you nice. Now you're nice to me, Ebony. Hi, Mr. X.
All right.
Go ahead, brother. Say your last, whatever you want to do. Close out. Good night,
Well, I
everybody.
want to say this. I want to say this in regards to you, Sister Nepal. Uh, the Sunetta Studios needed a balance and needed something different, and you were able to provide that.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
because there were just a lot of men screaming at one another, and
Oh,
it forced. Yeah, we just the guys just testosterone too much and screaming and yelling and cursing. And with you being part of it, it brought politics back, black power, conversations we needed to have because I work with some Hebrew, ISUBK, being always on time, always doing our events. So I've had great experiences with the ISBK brothers. But you can only do on my attack the Hebrew Israelite shows so often before it get kind of old. But you came and you brought something that was very neat. And like I said, the brothers' attitudes change when you're there. It shows some, balance to them, or that they have other abilities other than one another. So you certainly are something that was greatly needed. I'm glad that you have your platform. I enjoy our conversations, and hope you come on a little bit more. You all the way on the West Coast, so I'm on the East. So by the time you go on live, sometimes I'll be already asleep.
right.
But I, I enjoy the conversation, and this is a great topic. So thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, brother, for hopping in and hopping on the panel. And you are always, we got to get you on again, by the way. So I know it's like, I don't know if you ever got the chance to talk to Sonetter. Please send me your number again, because I can't even, have to go through my emails, and we'll get in touch with you, okay? So do that again, because he really does want to get in touch with you as well. He had a lot of good things to say about you when you did the Brother Break Bread. So I would have brought you back on again too. I got to get your number again. So please send it to me and I will pass it on to him. All right.
Sure thing. Absolutely.
All right, brother. You have a wonderful evening and see your way out. Thank you. Ross
All right.
girl,
You peace.
good night, my brother.
Roscoe, you said he speaks a little English. Well, we speak Spanish. I speak Spanish. It's okay. Do you speak Spanish, Roscoe? And look at the ones who are all the sisters who are really sweet and love me. And I'm talking about Sister Nandy too, are so pretty. I like that. The pretty girls love me. It's the mean, nasty. No, I'm not gonna say that ugly, but no, the pretty girls love me. All the sisters love me. All the sisters that are over there are pretty. The ones I can see. Like Latikia, but she be trying to hate me, but I don't know why. I love her. She's so, oh, I just want to take her and say, stop. You're gonna love me, but I love, shout out to Latikia Bush. She be trying to tell me crazy stuff, but I love that sister too. She's very beautiful and sweet. So here I am by myself. I'm going to try to go through the chat like I did before. Let me see. Good night to Yoda, K Slick Shakur, Sister Nandy. What are you putting on there? Let me put this on the Summer Jam. Sister Nandy said, these fake soft Pink Panthers thirsty click ready. Sister Nandy. No, I am not debating you. She said put it on. No, I'm not gonna. I'll talk to you about it on the phone. We could debate. I don't want us to go at it in public. People think, oh, you're scared. It's not that I'm scared. I have a lot of respect for her, and I'll be like trying to hold back. And I need to have my full fire when I'm going into the debate. So anyway, let me say goodnight to Bishop Marshall. Yoda, Ross girl, my sister Ross girl, Yoda, K-Slick Shakur, Sister Nandy, Manapart, Je t'aime beaucoup aussi. Okay. Ebony Knowledge. Who else is in here? J World, Amin Ra Osiris, Captain Savior Home, Terrence Miller, May Rain 77 Experience, Muslim Girl, much love, sis. Brother Big Dog, Armor Troost. Who else? Who else? I'm just scrolling up. If I don't get your name, it's T. Elgin A. That's my brother Elgin Tynes, or is it Tynes? Tines. Blessed to you, brother. Thank you. Timeless Backdrop. Rebel. Who else is in here? Zebulon Israel. C-Style, the motivator. And that's as far as I can go up. Much love, much respect. And of course, much love and respect, last but not least, to Sonnetter, the king of consciousness. And yeah, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, Boogie, what is it? What's it? The Boogie Down Bronx? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Peace and Black Power. I hate to go, but I have to leave. I love you guys, though. Stop acting like indigenous Black man. There you are. Essence of Ebony. Peace, sissy. Peace. I'll see you guys over on Sonetter's channel if I don't go live again tonight. The next time I go live, I got to do another little late night sit down by myself and just singing that crazy. People are taking that one video I did, brother, indigenous Black man, you were there. And a couple of the brothers in the chat were there. You were there too. When I was singing and I was like sipping the out of the mug, and then that little girl came on, the brother's little daughter. I don't know who remembers that. And he was like telling her to sing, and we were singing Whitney Houston. I'm laughing because that sounded hilarious. Answer the question, Nepal. What happened when Abraham had two wives in his house? The one wife was trying to flex. The second one, because that's what women do. That's why it's wrong. You shouldn't try to flex on another sister, another woman, like, yeah, I had his offspring. You can't have children. She was flexing. Hagar was flexing on Sarai, but see, she did Sarai dirty because Sarai was a good sister wife. She said, let me go ahead and give her the opportunity to have his child. That's how much she loved her husband. But the Hagar was being raggedy and tacky. Hey, solving the race problem. I got a lot of love for you. And that is real. I can show you how to do that. It's not hard. It's called a side wheel. It's not magnets and all that stuff that creep is over there saying that I'm doing. I don't even think about him, but it's easy to do. So I'll talk about that later if you want. Email me. But where was I? So the answer is Hagar was being wrong, and she was trying to flex and be disrespectful and ungrateful. She was an ingrate to Sarai. And Sarai said, oh, really, bitch? Then you got to go. I used the B word. You didn't think I could do that. Like, she's so sweet. It's sweet to use the B word. It was appropriate. It was appropriate. So Hagar was not a wife, but we're talking, they're saying in the context of two women, Ebony Knowledge. Yes, Hagar was a handmaid and a concubine, but we're talking about in the context of two women. Okay. Hagar was a handmaiden. She was not technically a wife, but we are talking about that in the context of two women being with one man in a home. So, because today you wouldn't say, oh, this woman is just a concubine. You know what I mean? But she was wrong. And much respect to the forefather Abraham for doing what was, well, you know what? That's a whole different topic, because you guys, can you imagine? Like, dang, he really loves Sarai. He sent his firstborn. He had no children. And he was like, go ahead, go. Take the boy with you. Gosh, wow. That was his only child. Think how much he loved his wife. So there you go. That's supporting poly. He was a good polygynist. He said, well, you're being dirty toward my wife. And I brought you in for a reason. If you would have just been cool, you'd still be here. And he sent her out into the wilderness. But you know the story. Some people think it's fairy tale. I was closing out and then I answered that question. Sister Nandy, what's up? And hope you good. Anyway, I love all y'all. Anybody else? She was the consort of Hagar. Oh, it was a consort and Hagar was concubine. Yes. So, yes, you are right. You are right. You are very right, Essence of Ebony. Y'all know your Bible. Even those of you who don't like the Bible know the Bible. So Netter likes the Bible. He just likes to, he could get in there and cut with a scalpel. Cut. He'd be cutting up those fake Hebrews. Mwah. I love you guys. I'm going to go. Any other questions before I go? When men with power loves that woman, he always wants her to be his consort. Right. The sisters be breaking. Hey, sisters, email me so you can have your voice heard if you want and be on Sister Sit Down and share your mind. Nobody's going to rip your head off. Just don't come in there trying to, be Rambo and karate chopping us in the throat and stuff. Just, it's a sister build. But that doesn't mean you have to come in and agree. But just if you come in, the main thing about Sister Sit Down is not about, I'm going to show them that my way is right. Contrary to a lot of knuckleheads saying that that's what I do. No, the main thing is to come in and build and tie, make relationships with other sisters. Just like you see on these shows like The View and The Real. They don't sit there and hold hands and say, we're all right. We all agree. It's about a foundation of sisterhood and then building despite our diverse philosophies and our starkly opposing views on certain things in life. Check. I like saying check. I stole that from Sonnetter. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going. I'm really going now. I'm going. PC Thrill Jewel. Sisters, contact me. Email me for the next Sister Sit Down. Don't be shy. And if you have to ask your husband, go ahead and ask your man if you can do it. You got to get that permission. Anything else? I'm really getting ready to close out. I'm not lying. This time I'm really going. Hey, G-Con. I was just about to go see my brother G-Consciousness showed up. Peace, brother. Yeah, okay. And I got to bring you on too, G-Con. We got a lot to do. I wanted to bring you on the Brother Break Bread, the next one. We trying to build, y'all. Trying to build. Pseudo chopping people. Anyway, we can be so mean. What? The next time I do a stream, we're going to talk about social media. God damn it. People are vicious. And if we met each other in person, be like, hi, how are you? Oh, no, let me get the door for you. No, let me get it for you. But like when people get on the internet, it's like, yeah, and you know what? That's why she has a bald spot in the back of her head and she wears dentures. It's like, oh my gosh, let's talk about that next time, okay, family? Okay. The diversity build coming up. Bye. I'm hitting end, y'all. I'm really doing it. Oh, G-Con, you know what? Before I go, you know what, brother? You are hilarious. You are the roaster of roasters. And I picked up a lot. I'm a quick learner. I'm a fast learner. I started studying your style and I got a lot of jokes from you. I got a lot of my roasting because of you. You are the king of roasting. The king of roasting, y'all. G-Consciousness. Don't let all that philosophical faith, strong Bible faithful preacher fool you. This man can roast the hell out of you. Anyway, let me get off of here. Let me go. All right, y'all. Napah, what are the pros of polygamy in today's society? Oh, Lord. Yoda. I already go to Sonnetter's channel, Sonnetter Studios, and click on my video that I did on poly. It's a series. I haven't done the second part because the people were trying to burn the channel down. So they're like, we don't want to hear any more about Polly. So Sonetter decided, hey, what do you mean what's good with my hair? What, you don't like it? What's wrong with it? I can't win for losing. I straighten my hair. You don't like my hair, Zoe the Ghost? Well, then you know what? Cash at me so I can go get it done, okay? Boo boo. Mwah. All right. So yeah, I can't answer the question right now because it's too long. I'm not running. Go to Sonetter Studios and click on the Polly video that I did, and it'll give you that answer, okay? All right, everybody. Peace. Shalom.